Welcome to today's best trade setups. My name is Benjamin Poole, head trader here at Verified Investing. The markets are surging to the upside. The S&P 500 and the QQQ are heading higher, as well as Intel, Micron, SanDisk. They're all having these nice bids to the upside. There are some laggards like ARM. I'm going to go into each one of those charts and show you guys where my setups are. So here's a pivot top here that I had seen on the QQQ. Pivot top here, secondary hit. You notice how we got a little bit of a rejection, but not a pretty substantial rejection on the QQQ. Here's this low pivot point here, connects these pivots. As you can see, we did get a rejection, and now we're actually starting to reattack it. Around $710 on the QQQ should have another rejection based on this previous price action as support. Once we broke support, once it gets into that level, the Q should get a solid rejection. With this market, though, we're not getting these substantial pullbacks. So be a little bit more cautious when you're eyeing the QQQ for a potential swing short. But that is, or on a technical basis, should be the rejection level. Let's go ahead and restore that connection. And I may have to do that with each one of these charts. So here's the S&P 500 or the SPY. This is the ETF of the SPX. Pivot top here, secondary hit. And now we're above that level. After I zoom in, we're above that level right now. Again, look at this, what happened. We had this minor rejection on the S&P 500. Now we're getting this bid to the upside. Now we are starting to sell off a little bit as I'm recording this. What we need to do is the S&P 500 needs to retake this upsloping trend line to the downside. Once we can do that, and retake this pivot top at $724.87. That is where price action is then going to get interesting. We could see another sell-off. But right now, the bears are no longer in control. The spiders or the bulls are substantially in control. We always got to monitor upsloping trend lines. So here's this upsloping trend line. We need a pretty substantial break below this downslope or this upsloping trend line on a daily closing basis. We could get a rejection again up this upsloping trend line, and then we can have a further sell-off. But right now, again, the bulls are in control, and they have been since they took out this pivot top right here at $697 level. All right, let's go into Intel. Intel did pierce the pre-market high. So at one time, we did have this nice surge to the upside right before this decent sell-off. $117.09 was that first level or the previous pivot high in the pre-market. Now, as you can see, we gapped above that or started getting above that at $117.74. If it gets above $120 today on Intel, this is what I'm looking for a short position. Those of you who are a little bit more aggressive, stick with this 117.09 and then look to dollar cost average all the way up. LITE, nothing. All the rest of these semis and in this sector are running. LITE is selling off. Look at this red bar candle. So for me, I'm eyeing this upsloping trend line and this previous gap in the charts right here at $815. That is a pretty substantial rollover or continued fall on LITE. But if it does drop $71 today, I will pick this up for a day trade, knowing that I've got this secondary gap in the charts at $791.37 for additional support. SanDisk, restore connection, is making a nice surge to the upside as well. I actually love this as a shortable level today. I did originally have $1,400, but we're already through that. For more conservative traders, what you're looking at is a pierce of this $1,500 level. It did pierce that in the pre-market on this move up, and then had this nice surge to the downside. $1,500 level is your swing trade short level, and it's also great for a day trade. More aggressive traders, you could actually look to get in anywhere between $1,475 to $1,490, knowing that you could dollar cost average every $15 higher, and then work your average price. With this sell-off, it was a 10% move from the highs. We made a 15% move in one day. This is a substantial bid to the upside, so it does favor a pullback at least to around the $1,442 level. And that's what I'm seeing in the charts. Palantir, restore connection. I'm still eyeing this 128.06 level, knowing I've got additional support at 125.05. MU is surging to the upside as well. Here's what I have. A lot of different trend lines in my charts. I'm going to go ahead and remove all of them. removed these 10 drawings. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where I'm taking this pivot top from. So I got a pivot top here. Take this trend line, pivot top here, and we're hitting this support level or resistance level now. Now, if I put those back on the charts, if you also connect this pivot top here, secondary hit, this would be the third hit of this upsloping trend line. Okay, so right now at $715, all the way up to about 725. 725 for me would be the max upside that I see Micron going today. We did have a decent sell-off yesterday from the $682 level, dropped over 7%. And now look at the surge to the upside. This is in a great technical shorting level on Micron. If you are not already in this trade, $715 all the way to $725 is your entry price for MU, not only for a day trade, but also a swing trade. ANET, it was dropping. I did have this level of support at $141.18. What I'm looking at, even going into Monday, is $133.70. This is the area that I would be interested in going long on ANET. Now that we've actually fallen below this support level at 141.18, I would actually be looking for a continuation move. A retrace could be an aggressive short level all the way into this 133.07 level. On a daily closing basis, if it does close below this high pivot point or this gap in the charts, what I'd be looking for is another entry price at $126.22. And then you've got this major gap in the charts right here at $116 that ANET could actually flush down to if it continues to break these support levels. NET, net Cloudflare. Look at the sell-off. So it closed high, had earnings, got a little bit of a bid off this $200 level, and now all of a sudden we're down 25%. I still like this gap right here at $190.13 for a support level if it can get down there by 2 o'clock. If it does get into that level, what you would do is you would look to stop out on a 15-minute closing basis if it does get below that. And then your next level of support is going to be 178.46. And this is more for conservative traders. This is a pretty big move to the downside. It should get support at 190.13. But this is your conservative level at 178.46. And then you've got this low pivot in the charts right here at 166.99. As you've seen in previous charts, once support levels do get broken, there usually is a pretty substantial drawdown on these stocks. And so that's why I have these additional levels here as well. ARM, restore connection. Here we go. So ARM is still lagging the other ones. AMD's had a nice push up today. NVIDIA's had a nice push up today. My long level today, if we can get into $208.84, this is where I'd like to go long on the chart of AMD. This is good for today and today only. If we start closing below that on a 15-minute closing basis, my next long level, which I would be playing, would be $187.34. And that would be a decent drop and drawdown on the stock. It'd be another 10% move. That's not even my swing trade level. I'd still wait for 175.49 for a swing trade on ARM. I did mention NVIDIA yesterday. I said $212. It did get rejected a little bit. Now we got a bid all the way up to this gap in the charts at $216.61. On a technical basis, and below this now, I rejected above $217. I would still like this for a potential day trade. And the reason is because you could always stop out above $217.81 on a 15-minute closing basis. That would be your stop out. I still love this for a swing trade. This $212 level did get all the way back in. It was a 7% move to the downside. Great opportunity for a swing trade. Now we're starting to reattack the underside of this upsloping trend line. Connect this pivot low here, secondary hit, third hit, broke below, finally confirmed. And now we're retracing it. So again, swing trade level, $216.61. If it does get above this upsloping trend line on a daily closing basis, this is where I'd look to stop out of NVIDIA. That would be a possibility for a continuation move to the upside. So again, my chart on NVIDIA, that would negate this bearish pattern, and then the bulls could take over. Now let's go into AMD. AMD got up to as high as $441, had a decent pullback. We've been monitoring this upsloping trend line. on the daily time frame. Pivot top here, secondary hit, third hit, a rejection, but you only got a 6% move to the downside. Right now, this is telling us that the bulls are still really in control of all the semiconductors. So your next level of resistance, now that we're above $440, or at one time we were, is $450. Because it's already broken this upsloping trend line, got a rejection, and now we're reattacking it, I wouldn't actually play that until it got to $500. And from this current level, $500 is another 15% move to the upside. That's where I would enter a swing trade on AMD after this pullback, if we can close above AMD, this upsloping trend line on a daily closing basis. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. If you guys are with me in the live day trading room, I do have a couple open positions that I will continue to walk you through. And we'll see you guys next time in the charts. You guys have a great rest of your day. Oh, and please make sure you're liking, following, subscribing, and sharing with those friends so that way they can get the same information that you're getting. You guys have a great rest of your day and take care.